Hello again. Thank you for supporting Black Box and the ministry of helping boys that don't have a good place to live who are being treated poorly. Today I want to talk to you a little bit about how we find the boys and how we can bring them into a program that's going to be helpful for them. The church is very active in Central America, and there are missionaries and there are people that really do care about the way that people are treated. And there are some good police and good organizations. And as we traveled around to these 7 different countries that I told you about yesterday, we would talk to different people who knew a lot about what was going on in the country. And they knew places where boys were taken and treated poorly or made to work. And as a result of that, we would be able to find some of these boys and bring them out so that they could have a better life. So when we go to the Dominican Republic, which is our first place, and we establish our house, we will be able to find some of these boys. And we'll work with another organization that will go and they will use the police and they will use the law, and they will rescue these boys out of this illegal lifestyle that they have, because it's illegal to sell them, it's illegal to treat them badly, it's illegal to treat them the way that they're being treated, and then they will come to us. So let me tell you a little bit about what we want to do with these boys. We actually right now are in the process of taking a look at having a site, a house in the Dominican Republic where these boys will come, and they will live in what we would call in the United States a group house. We will have, I would say, maybe between 5 and 10 boys in a house, depending on how well they do. And they will have a house parent. They'll have a mom and a dad that they would be able to live with. And this mom and dad will be Christian. And they will have 3 meals a day. They will have school again. They might go to school within their own village or city, or they might be homeschooled, depending on how the schooling works. They'll also have some kind of a job training program. When they get to be old enough, often teenage boys will have some kind of a trade. And when they are sold into slavery or they're forced into working, they don't really get a good trade at all. And so they continue to live in poverty. And we're going to teach them something. We don't really know what that will be just yet. It might be building, it might be electronics, it might be doing something with computers. But we'll have another program for them that will get them ready to grow up so that when they're teenagers they would be able to have a job, and when they leave and they become young adults, they would be able to have some kind of way to make money. But one of the most important things that we're going to be doing is we have a whole program to help these boys be able to learn what it's like to be a boy again, to play, to explore, to wrestle around, to be able to kind of recapture, regain some things that you get to do all the time that they didn't get to do. Just imagine being chained up or being forced into a small room where they can't get out and do anything. And it really changes the way that you think, and it changes the way that you look at yourself. So we are going to allow for them to play football, and in the Dominican Republic that would be soccer, or other athletic events, and work hard and build things and learn what it's like to be a man, a young man, in a culture where they have pretty much been locked up and forced to do things that they don't want to do. We'll also have a counseling program for them, because just imagine if you were locked up in a room and hardly fed anything, how scary that would be, or how angry you would be, or how frustrated you would be with that. And part of my responsibility in Black Box International is to help to create that program. And so I'm working with a counselor in Joplin, Missouri, where I live, and we are putting together a program to help work out those emotional and spiritual elements for these boys so that they can work through how they feel about how they've been treated. You might actually already know angry kids, or people that don't want to cooperate, or students that aren't doing well in school. Well, just try to think of that being more of a problem, and those will be the kind of boys that we'll get because of the way that they've been treated. So our program will be a house. It will be like a big family. We're going to educate them. We're going to let them be safe. We're going to teach them a little, some kind of a trade. We're going to teach them about being boys again and letting them play and explore. And we're going to work on some of their emotional problems. They will also go to church, and they will be able to learn a lot about Jesus. So again, today, when you give your offering, I want you to think of the house that they will live in, and that the money that you are giving today is going to go right to the Dominican Republic, so that when we get our first house up, we'll be able to take those boys, and you will know that you are doing something that's going to really help. Thank you again.